Hey, so I actually want to talk more about projecting and some personal experiences that I've had with projecting. I'll just give you basically one or two little examples, though I can sit here and literally tell you my entire life story of projecting others onto me and so on and so forth, with people not being accountable or holding accountability in terms of what's going on. Okay, so back, I'd say, I can't remember exactly, I'd say it was 2012 or 2013. It was literally just like, yeah, either just during the time where my mom's friend there sexually came on to me or tried to come on to me. Mind you, I did get my revenge. I punched him around a few times, don't worry. So I'd say, I think it was about 2008, 2009. My brother went to Armenia and he got engaged or married, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know the exact details. Until this day, do you believe I still haven't even met her family? That's how weird these people are. And they live in Yerevan. And they know very damn well that every time in the same household, when we were all together, I was always raising her granddaughter, or my brother's wife. I was always raising her while she was in her room waxing her face or her ass. I don't know what the fuck she would always do. But she'd sit there and talk to her mom on Skype all the time. So it's a mutual weird family. So it was like the girl had never cleaned or cooked or done anything in her own fucking life. She learned everything by force, by my mom screaming at me. So I think there was one day, because we had a family business at the time. My father, when he passed away, they didn't know what to do with the business, but there was a lease that they had signed for that, 10 years or something. So we had no choice but to go forward with it until the end, right? So my dad died 2010, and I think we ended the lease a few years after that, but my mom had a stroke. So when my mom had a stroke, my brother, me, and my sister would be at work, and there were some other workers and stuff, but I can't recall what had happened, if the co-workers were still there, if they had let them go, because it was, it was lunchtime, and apparently my sister-in-law was pregnant, her first kid, because she was always in bed, not moving, not saying anything to anyone. So again, I can recall I was at work with my brother. It was just me and him. Very busy day. Okay, we had a lineup. Now, the type of place we had, it's a fucking restaurant where there's the chef, the cook, you take the orders, and plus there's you'd have to be in front of the cash. Someone has to be at the cash. Someone has to be cooking the food, and someone's preparing the fast food area in front of the customer, if that makes any sense. Okay? And then in the back, there's of course other things happening. Prepping up food, phone calls, whatever. So that day we had a huge lineup. Literally from the back of the store outside the door. Okay? I can't do it myself. My brother ends up, the phone rings. My brother ends up in the back. He's sitting there, I hear in Armenian someone is screaming at him. And this fucking idiot of my brother is sitting there taking it. Okay. Anyways, so based off when we got the place, okay, because it was a franchise, one person cannot run around and do everything, okay? This is not Mr. Submarine. This is not, there has to be, especially during lunchtime, you know what I'm saying? And my brother was always like, listen, with all the staff, nobody can disappear in the back at lunchtime unless you're specifically for a role to be cutting up, slicing up stuff or whatever for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? This fucking asshole of my brother is sitting in the back, when he clearly knows there's a huge lineup. So customers are freaking out. Half of them are leaving. What I'm doing is, okay, no, here, this, that, or whatever, trying to get them to pay first, so they don't leave. Well, I can't cook everything. There's like 6 orders for each person. There's a huge lineup. I keep knocking on the door. Ara, where are you? There's a huge lineup, because usually he freaks the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to scream in front of the customers. They're all staring at me. They see there's a guy in the back. So we're going to make this short. it got to the point where I'm like, there's a freaking lineup. Get up and get out and come. All of a sudden I hear it's my sister-in-law's brother, all the way from Armenia. Now he's in California, but this is the time he was all the way in Armenia. He's a fucking loser. No balls, no courage. During lunchtime hours, look, I understand in Armenia there's different fucking work policies because nobody likes to work here and there's no rush. But in Canada or North America, there's rules, man. You know what I'm saying? And the one at fault is my brother who's taking it. And all of a sudden, now remember, this is all happening while my mom is in the hospital dying from a stroke. And after work hours, I was taking the bus to go visit my mom at the hospital, and I was doing Reiki on her, okay? I hear him screaming, oh, who does she think she is? Who does your sister think she is? Which is pretty interesting, because I'm going to tell you something. When Narine, my brother's wife, came to Canada and moved in with the family, all of a sudden, her brother is trying to get Narine and my mom and my brother for me to marry him. Now, these are people who make fun of Muslims, fanatical Muslims. Are you fucking kidding me? First of all, am I that stupid? I'm that stupid. Second, I don't even know you. Third, ew, that's fucking incest. 2 fucking brothers and sisters are gonna marry 2 fucking brothers and sisters. We go back in time before this whole incident. I said, who is this fucking guy? Because one day, he would always call her before this all happened. So one time, the phone is ringing. It's long distance. I pick up the phone. And I'm like, hello? This is before the whole incident with my brother in the workplace. All I hear is, It's obviously him. His name is Vartan. I'm like, okay, this is how this guy fucking talks, So I thought they're just weird. The whole my family's just as fucking weird, if not more. So, going back after now, we're fast forwarding again, and then he's yelling at my brother, your sister has no right to be talking like that about me or something. Yo, you fucking idiot, it's goddamn lunchtime, you fucking moron. Anyways, my sister ended up coming, okay? When my sister ended up coming, she started helping or whatever. And the customers are complaining to her, why is there this big guy in the back or whatever? Why is he not helping, whatever? So she's trying to distract them. As soon as my brother gets off the phone, we get into a huge fucking argument, me and my brother. We're yelling at each other. He ends up punching me. I punch him back. I pull his hair out. Mind you, he's like 6'2", right? He's bigger than me, and I'm pretty big. Like... And fucking he grabs the chair and he's just literally knocking me out, punching me down. The next door neighbor, workers, there's a shop next door, watched the entire fucking thing. I couldn't breathe because I was pretty knocked out. And he says, I'm going to call the police right now. Fucking stupid me, man. I should have had the police fucking called on him. They're like, they will take him right now. Fast forwarding. Because I want to make this as short as possible. My entire family, ended up after this literally telling me everything is my fault. Because I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because nobody wants to take accountability that nobody gives a flying fuck my mom's dying in the hospital, including my sister-in-law. Absolutely. She never even fucking once, maybe not even visited her at the hospital. Nobody wants to take accountability, so the easiest route out was to blame everything on me, and the news went out to my aunts and uncles that I'm stealing from them, which is all lies. First of all, how can that be? It doesn't make sense, especially when I'm not even being paid to work there, so it's a little, and then this is all happening when my mom's boyfriend or whatever starts hitting on me, and I don't want to get too in detail, but because they're scared that Narine, when she gets pregnant. So everyone's easy way out of the situation, including my sister-in-law, including Vartan, her brother, including my family, they all chose to blame me and say it was my doing. When I had nothing to do with the situation except me saying, get the fuck out of there, there's a lineup. But till this day, I haven't received any sorry. I've never even face-to-face met this Vartan guy, even though he's come to Canada, he's come to the house, he's come, But do you see the projecting? because they got so scared. And I think he had said for her to go to Armenia back to them at that time when she gets pregnant or something, there was that fear. So, and from the pressure, my brother, the pressure of the fear that, yeah, she'll go back to Armenia with the kid or something, and then his mother had a stroke, he started physically attacking me. So the whole thing turned into one big mess. So my point is, everybody started getting freaked out because nobody wants to take accountability that people are dying in the situation. First of all, to me in this whole situation, I know my brother is a big coward. I knew my sister-in-law came to Canada to use him for money and a better life. She didn't like anybody in the family. She didn't like anybody. All day, all night, she would talk to her own mother. Again, after she brought the child, I basically raised the child, even though she was an at-home mom, not doing anything. That child of hers, her daughter, till she was about 4 or 5 years old, believed I was her mother. She used to draw mom and dad, pictures of mom and dad and her, and she used to put my name, and I sat her down. I said, Marina Sviri, I'm not your mom. And she would look at me like all shocked, like, huh? I'd have to explain to her that Narina is your mom, and she'd be like, huh? After my mom came out of the hospital, the nurses said, please, everybody make sure she's okay. Don't give her too much stress. She can die, And then the whole incident happened where her boyfriend literally came on to me, and again, the police were going to get involved, and it didn't. And then they end up calling the cops on me, and they're telling me to go fuck the police officer, and the police officer was literally inviting for that. And then I got attacked by Zionists and Azerbaijanis. Till this day, I haven't received an apology from anyone. Till this day, and I knew the war was coming, and I told everybody, and they didn't give a shit. They thought I was a crazy person. Till this day, it was the fact that they got me into trouble by the law, which it wasn't even accountable for anything, because first off, I was a Reiki practitioner. I had a Reiki bed that was bought for me, but it was really under my thing, because remember, I was basically working for free in the family at the time, and I had an intention of turning the one room into a session, Reiki sessions, because I was building up a clientele. I come home one day and this was their way of doing revenge to me. They sold my Reiki bed, okay? After they sold my Reiki bed, they took my ring that my father got me on my 18th birthday. I sometimes wear it, or I used to wear it. It's a diamond, it's all diamonds with an emerald in the middle. My mom lies and says my father bought her that, but nah, let me tell you something. When the fuck was my mom's ring finger 6.5? When they got married, I have their wedding bands, okay? Until this day, my mom's ring finger is 8. She was never a fucking 7 or a 6. I'm actually a 7, but that ring was a 6. So fast forwarding, they ended up taking those rings from me. Now, if anyone's going to call the police, I could have fucking called the police for taking and selling my stuff. All right. So they called the cops on me. I don't want to get too in detail with this, but because of all this blaming, oh, you're a whore, get out of this family, we don't want you, you're disowned, we don't want you, you're a whore, I hate you, when you're gonna die, when you're gonna end up like your father, when you're gonna die like your father, when you die, the entire ancestry is already finished because you're only like your father, because I'm the only one nobody can manipulate, or I'm the only one that sees the goddamn truth. Till this day, I haven't received an apology, and because of all this, the whole family became a tight-knit. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing, though. Everybody else knows the goddamn truth. Every fucking person can see through it. Everyone knows the goddamn truth. So I come to Armenia, and my mom goes, I know so very well that you are a very pure-hearted person, very good-hearted, clean, and you've never whored yourself out in your life. You don't even go out with men. Okay, you know the goddamn truth. But you're a fucking narcissist that will never admit it to people. I had aunts and uncles calling my mom saying, that is not like your daughter at all. We basically raised her, because my mom never raised me. Okay, I was always in other people's homes, or I was alone raising myself. I had to stay at other people's homes. You're like, your daughter's not a thief. We used to leave money around in our bags around. She never once fucking took it. whenever she wouldn't eat all day because she was too embarrassed, even though we would cook food. Your daughter was too fucking embarrassed to say, I'm hungry, feed me. And the shit they fucking put on me. So they welcome a rapist into the home who I'm 100% sure that rapist tried some shit on my niece, okay, years back. That's why I kept coming in and out of that house, because my stupid brother and what the fuck is an old man doing alone with a little girl, 2 years old, leaving less, and she's screaming and the door is fucking locked while my mom is taking a shower. When I'm banging on the door, nobody's answering the fucking door, and I hear her screaming like a crazy lunatic, and I hear him murmuring, oh, no, everything is gonna be fine. And my brother it's like fucking past 2 a.m, my brother they're in their room blasting music. How do you fucking trust that? Give away your fucking kid in a locked room, and she's screaming like a lunatic. The next morning I asked her, I said, Marina, did that man touch you? She said, yeah, he kissed me. I said, how did he kiss you? She fucking took her. Let me tell you something. These people lied so fucking much that my aunts and uncles, because remember, my uncle came over to say, oh, if I was you, I would have touched you anyways. Rape is normal. The whole fucking family is sick. They're all narcissistic and they're all sick. All of them. And they pretend to be proud this and proud that, family oriented and all this shit. They're all sitting there inviting the rapist over to their homes, and for all this 10 years, all this 10 years, not once did I ever fucking go. Not once that when they were there, when they came to the house, was I there, our house. Not once during that time did any of them fucking think to themselves that, oh my God, maybe this is all they're, attacking this girl. Why? Because they're all fucking psychotic people. They're all using each other. You know what I'm saying? So I got myself the fuck out of there. Because nobody wants to be accountable for their own mistakes. Nobody wants to admit they're all using each other and, oh yeah, they're to blame. So it was very easy for them to just blame everything on me. Okay? And obviously I left. They were all contacting me, not answering anybody. Went to Montreal. My brother-in-law's ex-coworker starts emailing me and contacting me. I fucking told her everything, because she's like, your mom is telling everybody that you just randomly left everyone without telling any, where you went. And I said, oh yeah, did she tell you this? And she said, no, absolutely not. So when they got confronted by my cousin and her, again, they lied. They all denied it, everything. And then my family started, when I say family, just my sister and my mom, started contacting me. My sister's all like, oh, what are you going through? And my mom is like, oh, you know me, when I'm angry, I say some shit I don't fucking mean. I didn't, this, that, and whatever. They're still not holding accountable to what happened. They're still admitting to my family members that everything was a fucking lie. They're still, oh yeah, my daughter, they went to Armenia because she's hiding us. She's proud to be Armenia. Mind you, remember, there was a 2-year investigation. Yes, I have military experience from years back. Okay. That's something different. Yeah, I knew the war was coming, but I really, really knew the war was coming when I was attacked by those fucking Zionists through the police officer or whatever the fuck it was. By them, you know what I mean? It's a very long fucking story. And I was done with Canada because I was like, they're all in it together. The investigatives were all in it together. I was being converted to Judaism. They tried to kiss my ass in a sense of just try to get my attention and show everybody whatever. And then they came to Armenia, which is my brother and my mom, and they basically just went to fucking my sister-in-law's parents' home. I still didn't even meet them. And that's it. They didn't even, nothing held any accountability. It got to the point where my sister started losing her shit on me again. My mom does everything for you. Mom does this. Oh yeah, okay. You know what? Leave me the fuck alone. Guys, live your goddamn lives, because I cannot tolerate the mental, the emotional. I'm sick. I'm the one with the problems. I'm making shit up according to them, till now, when it's the other way around. So I want you to understand, I know what it feels like to be the reject, the outcast, the black sheep, the one who's not at fault in anything, the one who's responsibly doing shit they shouldn't even be doing. And then I can't cope with fakeness with when abuse laws getting involved. And man, how do you call the cops on someone, steals shit from them, tell everybody else it's her stealing, when the root of the problem is not being addressed, when people's responsibilities are not being addressed, when people are not saying sorry or being held accountable? I'm telling you right now, guys, from experience, it's better to be alone and you find your worth and your dignity. I swear to God, I'm getting dignity tattooed on my face here. You find your own fucking worth and your own dignity, okay? Because the biggest people that will break you down in this world are not fucking strangers. It is your own family. If they are a family like that, okay? So I'm telling you from experience, know your worth and get the fuck out.